Sheriff, they want you down at the cemetery.
Today in the cemetery, somebody dug up a coffin. It was a coffin of a 9-year-old girl. You've come back to us, Michael.
When are they going to realize that she is not him? She's just a child.
They know that Michael Myers is her uncle, and that she attacks her stepmother. That's why they fear her. Especially on Halloween. You're afraid. You're afraid the whole thing might start to happen again.
How many people did he kill last year? Have you forgotten? You never looked into his face, did you? You never saw his eyes. You never saw that nothing, no expression, blank. My memory goes back 12 years. I prayed that he would burn in hell. But in my heart, I knew that hell would not have him. Michael Myers is outside.
The National Guard will take him to a maximum security facility, where he'll stay till the day he dies.
Never die.
Hey everybody, NG5 here, and yeah, welcome to day 27 of my live streams. The clip you just saw was the trailer for, if I can pull it up here. This is from DFW Sci-Fi FX. So if DFW Sci-Fi FX sees this, I'm only using this for entertainment purposes only. Fair use after 1976. I can use this for non-profit reasons. Blah, 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 blah. Anywho, Halloween 5, The Revenge of Michael Myers. Let me get some music in the background here again. Let's see. Sorry, I like using the certain music afterwards, so give me a second. Okay, so you're probably going to see it again because I don't know how to just share the audio. That's all good. So go back, go here. It's Aftermath by Kevin MacLeod via Global Music Archive, which will be the background music. So Halloween 5, The Curse of Michael Myers. I believe this came out in 1989, I think. I honestly forgot. Let me take a look. Yeah, here we go. Halloween 5, Revenge of Michael Myers. 1989, directed by Dominique Othenin Gerard. Wow, this movie was, well, it looks like he's pretty good. He's a French-Swiss film director. Okay. It stars Donald Pleasance and Danielle Harris. And Danielle Harris is known as a scream queen, which means, yeah, it's an actress associated with horror films. Let's see what else. Well, let's get into the plot of Halloween 5: Revenge of Michael Myers. Funny thing was it was released on October 13th, October 13th, 1989, on a budget of $6 million and only grossed $11 million, almost $12 million. So it almost made double what it was in budget. So I'm going to read it, so I'm obviously going to spoil it for you. So let's get into it. On October 31st, 1988, Michael Myers is shot and falls down a mine shaft. Sheriff Ben Meeker, the lynch mob of Haddonfield's truckers, and state police toss down dynamite to finish him off. Escaping into a nearby creek before the dynamite explodes, Michael stumbles upon a local hermit and falls into a coma, placing himself in the hermit's care and being nursed back to health. 1 year later, on October 30th, 1989, Michael awakens, stabs the hermit to death with his knife, and returns to Haddonfield to find his niece Jamie Lloyd again, who narrowly avoided being killed by him the year before. Jamie has been admitted to the Haddonfield Children's Clinic, having been rendered mute due to psychological trauma, suffering from nightmares and seizures, and being treated for stabbing her foster mother with a pair of scissors under Michael's influence, though her foster mother survived. So I did have an assumption with Halloween 4 that Jamie Lloyd's mom survived the attacks, because, you're young, you don't know where to stab in the vital spots. Obviously you want, in the horror movies, you want to go for like the jugular or the stomach, but obviously she probably just stabbed her in the back and, that happened. Jamie exhibits a signs of a telepathic link with her uncle. Dr. Sam Loomis becomes aware of Jamie's psychic link with Michael and tries to convince Meeker that Michael is still alive, nearly being choked by the sheriff when he brings up Kelly's death and by Michael's hands, infuriating Meeker. Meanwhile, Michael stabs Jamie's foster sister, Rachel, to death with a pair of scissors in retribution for trying to kill him previously, and then begins stalking their friend Tina, also killing Tina's boyfriend Mike by stabbing him with a rake, and then poses as him, wearing the mask that Tina had given to him earlier. Tina never finds out about Mike's death. Later that night, Tina and her friends Sam and Spitz go to a Halloween party at a farm. Sensing Tina's in danger, Jamie, having regained her ability to speak, goes to warn her. While Sam and Spitz are doing the dirty in the barn, Michael impales Spitz with a rake and decapitates Sam with a scythe. Tina finds the bodies and goes to warn the police deputies Nick Ross and Tom Faria, but finds Michael has killed them. Tina flees, but Jamie and her friend Billy Hill from the clinic arrive, and Michael begins chasing Jamie, but crashes into a tree. Michael gets out of the car, and Tina sacrifices herself to allow Jamie and Billy time to escape. Loomis arrives, and Jamie finally agrees to help him stop Michael for good. With Jamie's help, Loomis lures Michael back to his abandoned childhood home and kills another officer before entering the house where Loomis tries to reason with him, but Michael slashes him and throws him over the stair banister. Michael kills the lone police officer protecting Jamie before chasing Jamie throughout the house, where she finds the bodies of Rachel and Mike. Loomis reappears using Jamie as bait and lures Michael in a trap to weaken him with a tranquilizer gun. After beating Michael unconscious with a wooden plank, Loomis collapses from a stroke. Michael is then taken into custody, with Meeker showing Jamie him chained in a cell, awaiting transport to a prison by the National Guard, where he'll serve a life sentence until he hopefully dies and never threatens anyone again. When Jamie is about to be taken over by one of the officers, a mysterious man in black arrives and launches a surprise attack on the police station with an explosion that shoots the place up. Jamie goes back into the building and finds the bodies of Meeker and 3 of his men shot to death from a machine gun. Jamie finds Michael's cell broken, open, and empty before breaking down in tears. Okay then. So apparently then that leads up to the events of Halloween 6. Yeah, apparently the man in black is Mr. Wynn from the next movie, Halloween 6. But there is a scene that briefly shows Jamie and Michael trying to reconcile, but Michael just goes into a fit of rage. Let's see. And then the whole ending's kind of dumb. And you know, this movie didn't do so hot, honestly. Let's see. Go into wow. Editing. The film had been fighting an X rating due to its violence, blood, and gore. Some scenes were trimmed down to keep it rated R. The scene in which Jamie climbs up the laundry chute was originally more graphic. That's crazy. Let's see. The film received mostly negative reviews from critics. Stephen Holden of the New York Times wrote that the film was rather like taking another swing to the same all too familiar funhouse, but thought it was a bit more refined in its details than the conventional horror movie. Okay. Variety called the film pretty stupid and boring fare and noted that the series had become practically indistinguishable from the Friday the 13th picks. Richard Harrington of the LA Times criticized the film as being a prime example of the principle of diminishing reruns and criticized Donald Pleasance for a flat 2-note performance, though he thought Danielle Harris was actually pretty good in her role. Right now, it's got a 13% Rotten score on Rotten Tomatoes and an average rating of 3.76 out of 10. Halloween 5, The Revenge of Michael Myers finds the series embracing crude slasher conventions with pedestrian scares, disposable characters, and aimless plotting. Yeah, I'm in that. It's in that same boat. Let's see. What else is there to say about it? Looks like there's a couple other let's see. Donald Pleasance accidentally broke Don Shanks' nose on the set when they were filming the scene where Dr. Loomis beats the Shape with a 2x4. Don Shanks was also injured when he was filming a scene where the Shape crashes Mike's Camaro into the tree. Othen and Gerard had forgotten to yell cut, and fire was beginning to emerge from the car. Shanks put this down to Othen and Gerard being sidetracked by seeing stunts take place during his first major directing job. Eventually, stunt coordinator Don Hunt told Othen and Gerard to finally yell cut. Wendy Kaplan was also injured in the scene as the car almost ran on top. Well, that'll happen when you have a French... Well, no offense, but that sounds like that's what would happen when you have an American cast, aside from Donald Pleasance. And, let's see. He also did The Crusaders and After Darkness. Well, I guess one good thing I just noticed about Dominique Othen and Gerard is that he's active in promoting awareness for Down syndrome. So that's actually pretty good. I like that when you're dealing with that kind of a disability. And not to say he has it, but for the fact that he's an advocate for it and helping support it all, that's really nice. But for directing this particular movie, it's just like, he could have done a little better. He could have gone off of Halloween 2 or something. But sadly, he did not do that. The next movie I will be taking a look at, yes, I've been doing this intentionally. I saved it up for the last week. The next movie I will be looking at is Halloween 2018, which is basically Halloween 2, but done in 2018. And you're also noticing I'm doing it, in my honest opinion, from worst to first. There's only 3 movies left. Let's see. Tomorrow will be Halloween 2018. And then I think I've got 3 more after this. But I wanted to get the worst of the bunch out of the way. So until then, Halloween 5, it's bad, but nowhere near as bad as Halloween 6. Also, if you saw in that trailer that I shared, you saw that thorn symbol? Yeah, that's the main crux of Halloween 6, and I was just face palming at how bad Halloween 6 was. But yeah, tomorrow I'll be looking at Halloween 2018, and that one is honestly really, really good. It is I will say this, it is a direct sequel to Halloween, the original. There was a sequel that I guess I'll talk about real quick. Well, it's upcoming. It's called Halloween Kills, and that's essentially the real Halloween 3. Let's see. It's upcoming, and it's the 12th installment of the Halloween franchise. Halloween Kills. I think it was supposed to be released this year. Halloween Kills was scheduled to be Halloween Kills scheduled to be released in the U.S. on October 15th, 2021. A direct sequel, Halloween Ends, is supposed to be up a year after that. So Halloween Kills is basically the I guess it would be the end all be all bit. But yeah, Michael Myers is coming back. Everyone's coming back. It's kind of cool. Is there anyone here that I recognize? Not really, aside from Jamie Lee Curtis. James Jude Courtney is Michael Myers. Nice. Yeah, I don't really recognize anybody from the modern movies. If they brought in, like, I don't know. I don't want to jump ahead. But yeah, Halloween Kills is the upcoming sequel. That won't be out until 2021. So it'll be a while. It'll literally be a year before we see that. But getting back to the Halloween one, which honestly I think has one of the best sounding soundtracks ever. It's awesome. Let's see. Wow, I'm not gonna spoil how much this thing made, but I'll just say it made a lot. But stay tuned for tomorrow. It'll probably be around 4:30 when I make that live stream. So yeah, see you then. Halloween 5, not the best, but definitely not the worst. Stay healthy, everybody.